Hi, I'm Kim Brown. Glad you could join me today. When my dad was a child, it wasn't unusual for little boys to wear dresses. Well, one day when my dad was 2 years old, he went fishing with his mom. And as he was toddling along the edge of the river, he slipped and fell in. And right before he was swept under a rock, my grandmother grabbed him by the dress tail and pulled him to safety. Now, the importance of this event was not lost on that little 2-year-old. For several years after that, anytime he was discovered in the midst of any mischief, if my grandmother even hinted at discipline or punishment, my dad would say, "I'm going under a rock." And that'd be the end of it. My grandmother was reminded of that day where she almost lost her only baby boy, and her fear became his ticket. It was his reward. Now fast forward to my dad's firstborn, me. And the story goes that he met every visitor at the door and questioned them about their recent health, as well as their exposure to anyone who might have had any type of contagious illness. And if their answers didn't satisfy him, they didn't get in. My brother and I were not allowed to ride horses. We never had roller skates. We couldn't ride our bikes in the road. We couldn't climb trees. We couldn't play in the barn loft. We couldn't even play in the front yard. His fear of what might happen to us was first and foremost in his mind. And you know, I never, ever thought of my dad as being mean for laying down all those rules. His fear proved to me that he loved me. Now fast forward to the birth of my children. And of course, naturally, my fear of their welfare was proof to me that I loved them. I had to be concerned. I had to entertain the worst case scenario because my unconscious belief system supported fear equals love. That family tradition of fear had been established, practiced, and passed down through the generations. And interestingly enough, that story of my dad being pulled out from under the rock by his dress tail was always told as a funny story. But that didn't change its impact. Changing the story changes its impact. Changing the story changes its inheritance. The most amazing experience you will ever have is the experience of changing your mind. Consider giving yourself permission to do so. You really are worth it. Thanks for watching this video, and remember, no matter what you've experienced in the past, today is a new day. See you next time.